Hi everyone. This video is about markups and discounts. One thing I love about when we do the percent units, you don't have to question when and if you'll ever use this stuff in real life. I get it. When I was a kid, even though I loved math and math was my thing, there's a lot of things you learn in math class that you sit there thinking, why? Why am I doing this? But with percents, they're all around us. And markups and discounts, that especially is a lesson that you'll use your whole life. So let's dive into this and figure out what to do. We're going to start with markups. A markup is just another word for an increase. So you see this when you're looking at tax that gets added onto a price or a tip that you leave for a waiter at a restaurant. Another word for tip is gratuity that you'll see sometimes when you're calculating a pay raise, when you're finding a retail price. When a company buys from a manufacturer, they pay what's called the wholesale price. And then they mark that up and put a new price on the price tag. That way they make money when they sell their items. That new higher amount is called your retail price. So that happens after a markup. To do this, there's really just 3 steps that you have to follow. You're going to start by changing your percent to a decimal. That's super easy to do. You just pick up your decimal point and scoot 2 places to the left. Then you're going to multiply because we're finding the percent of a number. And then you're going to take that answer and add it back on to the original price because a markup is an increase. Your price is going to get bigger, so you add. Let's do an example. If I can get my page to turn. There we go. Okay. In the first one, Josiah went to the local barber to get his hair cut. It cost $18 for the haircut. Josiah tipped the barber 15%. Did you know 15% is the recommended amount for good service? They say the proper thing to do is to tip 15%. And then if your service is especially good, you can go more than that. If it's not so great, then you can go less than that. But 15% is kind of your baseline. What was the total cost of the haircut, including the tip? So step 1, we're going to take our percent, which is 15. We're going to pick up the decimal. If you don't see it, then it's hiding at the end. We're going to scoot to the left and make that 0.15. We're going to take that times the original price of 18. So in your calculator, and we'll talk about shortcuts on this later, but in your calculator, take 0.15 times 18, and you get, as I hit the wrong button, good job, Luger. 0.15 times 18 is 2.7. We want to make that look like money. 2.7 really means $2.70. Money gets 2 places after the decimal. Tip is a markup. It gets added on. So it was $18. We're adding on $2.70. So we're paying a total of $20.70. Number 2, Andrea ordered a computer on the internet. The computer costs $1,399 plus 6.5% sales tax. What was the total amount Andrea paid for her computer? Well, 6.5%, I don't like that the way it is. So I'm going to rewrite that. I'm just having all sorts of issues. Now it doesn't want to write. Hello. This video is going really well. I'm going to make that 6.5%. And then I'm still going to scoot twice to the left. So that becomes 0.065. I'm going to take that times the original amount of $1,399. So pick up your calculator, type in 0.065 times 1,399. I get 90.935. But remember, for money, we can only have 2 decimal places. So underline the first 2 and look to the right. 5 tells me to round that up to $90.94. So I have to pay the $13.99 plus I'm paying the $90.94. So all together, just double checking myself, I'm going to pay $1,489.94. Let's do one more. The Stratton family had a meal catered for a wedding rehearsal dinner. The cost of the dinner was $476. There was a 5% sales tax, and they left a 15% tip. What was the total cost, including the sales tax and the tip? We have to do this in a few separate pieces. We're going to work on the sales tax first. So the sales tax was 5%. And I'm going to scoot to the left and make that 0.05 times that full price of $476. Let's see what that is. 0.05 times 476 gives me 23.8. So that would be $23.80. Now, I'm not going to do anything with that quite yet. Did you know when you figure a tip, you're supposed to figure your tip on the amount pre-tax, before tax? Your waiter, your server, your barber, your beautician, whoever it is you're tipping, they really have no control over tax that has to be added on. So we're going to base the tip amount on the original price, not including that tax. So I'm going to go back to that 476. And this time I'm going to work with the 15%. So scoot. I'm going to make that 0.15 times 476. And that gives me a tip amount of 71.4. So that means $71.40. So the total cost, I still have to pay for that meal, $476. I hope that fed a lot of people. It sounds kind of pricey. I'm going to add to that, see, I want to line up my decimals. I'm going to add $23.80 for the tax, and I'm going to add $71.40 for the tip. Now I'm going to add everything together. So I have $476 plus $23.80 plus $71.40, and I get $571.20 for the total. So that's markups. Markups you add in that third step because your price is going to get bigger. Discounts are very, very similar. We just have to do one thing different at the end. So discount means decrease. It could be a markdown on a price. You could be finding a sale price, a clearance price, anything where your price goes down, it gets lower. So because your price is getting lower, the only real difference is that third step. We're still going to change the percent to a decimal by scooting 2 to the left. We're still going to multiply, but then instead of adding that on, we're going to subtract it from the original price to make the new price smaller. First example. The Spanish Club sold hot pretzels as a fundraiser. The pretzels normally sold for $2, but near the end of the sale, the price was reduced by 25%. What was the new price for a hot pretzel? So I'm going to take my 25% and change it to a decimal. So scoot, make that 0.25. I'm going to take that times the $2. And that gives me 50 cents. So it was originally $2, but I'm discounting it. I'm taking 50 cents off of that. So they ended up selling them for $1.50. Number 2, Nathan is buying a cell phone for his business. The regular price of the cell phone is $179. Boy, this sounds pretty outdated, doesn't it? I don't think we're buying cell phones for $179 anymore. If he buys the phone in the next 2 weeks, he will get a 20% discount. What will be the sale price if he buys the phone tomorrow? Well, tomorrow is within that 2 weeks, so that's within the sale. I'm going to take the 20%, scoot, and make that 0.20, or 0.2 is the same if you just want to put 0.2. I'm going to take that times the original price of $179. 0.2 times 179 gives me 35.8. That means $35.80. So I go back to the original 179. I'm going to take $35.80 away from that. 179 minus 35.80. Yes, I could do all of these in my head, but I'm so nervous about making a dumb mistake in a video that I'm definitely double checking myself. No shame. I end up with $143.20. One more. This one's a combination of markups and discounts. Malachi bought a new fishing rod. The regular price of the fishing rod was $125.99. Any of you fish? I don't fish. That sounds expensive. Are they really that much? He bought it on sale with a 15% discount. Sales tax of 3% is applied to the discounted total. What was the sale price with tax of Malachi's fishing rod to the nearest cent? We have to find the new price first. So I'm going to start with that 15% discount. I'm going to scoot to the left and make that 0.15. I'm going to take that times $125.99. So let's see, 0.15 times $125.99. I get 18.8985, but it's money. I can't just move the decimal because that totally changes its whole meaning. So we have to figure out how to round it. I get two places. Look to the right. 8 tells me go up. So I'm going to round this to $18.90. So to find the new price, it was $125.99. There it goes, not writing again. Oh my goodness, really? It's like a day in the life of my classroom. There's always something that seems to be going wrong. Okay, this will work because I don't want to re-record everything. There we go. 99 minus 1890. Let's see what our new price tag would be. The new price tag is going to show $107.09. But now when we go up to the register, tax gets added onto that. So now I'm going to take that 3% tax, scoot, and make that 0.03. Take that times the new price tag, the 107.09. 0.03 times 107.09 gives me 3.2127. What just happened? Why does it keep doing this? Good grief. 3.2127. Underline the first two, look to the right. 2 tells me to leave that at $3.21. So we'd already figured out when we went up to the cash register that it was going to cost $107.09. We have to add on to that $3.21. So what we're actually going to pay is $110.30. Okay, so markups and discounts, whichever one it is, it doesn't matter. You're going to scoot 2 to the left to change your percent to a decimal. You're going to multiply that by the original amount. That gives you how much then is either getting added or subtracted depending on whether it was an increase or a decrease. I hope that helps you with your homework or with the quiz that you're studying for. If you need more help, please reach out to me. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry about some of the technical difficulties that we had, but I appreciate it. See you next time.